Hi guys, Olive here. Today I'm here to bring you a video that I was not originally intending to bring you this weekend. I was hoping to bring you something with specifically Nonfiction November content, and I have been reading for Nonfiction November, just not as much as I had anticipated. But due to the events of this week, it's been really hard on me, as I know it's been hard on a lot of Americans and non-Americans alike, in reacting to the events on Tuesday. So for me, this week has not been about reading, although I have been reading some. It's been more about trying to work through the feelings that I have had about the whole situation, and most importantly, trying to figure out what I want my personal response to be to it. And I have come to the conclusion that my personal response is going to be engaging with the community through volunteer work. So in between processing all my feelings and researching volunteer opportunities and just dealing with my life in general, there has not been as much reading as I wanted, but there is going to be a Nonfiction November video coming this week. But I did want to bring you guys a video today, and I wanted to make it a little bit more uplifting and fun. I thought that would be nice and refreshing. So today I would like to show you the few Bookish birthday gifts that I got. It was my birthday at the end of last month, and while I'm in my late 20s now and all the fun milestones are behind me, I still had a great birthday, and my loved ones spoil me as they do every single year, and I got some really great gifts this year that I'd like to show you. First, you may have noticed this mug. This is a Luke's mug. It says Luke's, Stars Hollow, Connecticut. So while this is not specifically book related, I feel like it is tangentially related, because a lot of us book lovers are also lovers of the show Gilmore Girls. I am certainly one of them. I started watching when I was in high school. I could probably recite every episode. I won't. You're welcome. My husband got this for me, and I normally don't like basic white mugs with stuff printed on them. I prefer mugs that have a shape and kind of a cool design to them. But this one is kind of rounded at the bottom, and it is taller than a basic white mug. So I've been loving drinking coffee out of this. It smells like coffee because I've been using it all day today. So my husband did a good job with this one. Also, my husband got me this, which is a bookmark that has Evie's tail and legs. So when you put him in a book, his little legs are sticking out. Evie sits right up here on my shelf. I'm a big fan of Evie. I have played every single Pokemon game since I was a kid. That fandom has never died for me. I have the new game on pre-order, so I feel like once that comes, I'm going to start using this with a vengeance. It also says on it, gotta read 'em all, which is cute in my opinion. Another bookmark that I got was from my mom, and it is this little teapot with a little teacup. This is a magnetic bookmark that is made by an Etsy store called Crafted Man. I know I have talked about them before on my channel. I am a huge fan of their products. I use their bookmarks all the time. I buy them as gifts for my friends and family. I really like using magnetic bookmarks. They're not falling out of my book, in my work bag, which other bookmarks really have a tendency to do, which drives me absolutely crazy. So this will definitely be well loved. Before I go on to talk about the actual books I got another Bookish accessory, which is this bag. My best friend got this for me. This is a large tote bag that has a silhouette as well as a wreath around the silhouette. And then if you look closely, there are lots of words on the front and back of this bag, and it is text from Jane Eyre. When this first came in the mail, I knew that it was the text to some work, but I didn't know if it was Pride and Prejudice or another Jane Austen book. But then I looked closely and I saw Mrs. Reed. I'm like, oh, this is definitely Jane Eyre. So I will definitely be using this when I go book shopping, although I can't normally take tote bags to library book sales on bag day because they yell at me. They think I am trying to swindle them. Now onto the books. My best friend also got me Tequila Mockingbird, cocktails with a literary twist. And what's hilarious about this is I got talking with one of my friends / subscribers shortly after I made my Back to Moscow review, in which I took shots of vodka. She was very adamant that I picked this book up because I like cocktails and I like things literary, so why not put them together? My best friend did not know anything about that conversation, but she picked this book up for me anyway. I thought it was a really awesome coincidence. So all of the cocktails in here have literary inspired names. So there is a Confederacy of Ounces, The Last of the Mojitos, Huckleberry Sin, Absinthe Shrugged. I will definitely be making some of these one day. In my greatest fantasies, I have my own library with its own bar, and I would be able to make these on the regular. Oh, that would be amazing. My mom ordered me 2 books off of my wish list, the first being The Word Collector by Alexandria Nolan. You've probably heard me talk about Alexandria Nolan before. She is a self-published author. I read her book, Starlight Symphonies of Oak and Glass, 2 summers ago and really liked that. And then I recently got another book of hers, and now I have this one as well. So my collection of her books is growing. I would really like to read the 2 that I have of hers that are unread, this included. And the second book my mom got me is very special. It is A Calendar of Wisdom by Lev Tolstoy. I first got interested in picking up some Alma classics when Michael from Knowledge Lost started showing some of these off on social media. And he says that not only are they beautiful, which I can now attest to, but they are also really well translated. So this is a different type of a book. It is not a novel. It has 1 page for each day of the year, and for that day of the year, there are 3+ pieces of wisdom, quotations from famous people, including Lev Tolstoy himself. I'm hoping to pick this up starting in 2017 and read the page ascribed to each day as those days progress. I'm sure this one will have me thinking and teach me a lot of important things, so I love this. And while I love all of my gifts, I will have to say that this last one is probably my favorite, and you will see why. It is the Russian alphabet coloring book. It is going to be physically hard for me to show you how amazing this book is, but I'm going to try. It has French flaps that are colorable with all the Russian alphabet in there. It continues onto the back cover. And then for each letter of the Russian alphabet, there are these really ornate illustrations, such as Putin, Lenin, Neft, which means oil. And some of the pages have multiple vocab words and kind of incorporate the illustrations together. Right down here you have Chiburashka. I cannot believe that this thing exists. Like, it feels as though they made this for me. And it is so well made. Like, you have the gold foiling on the front as well as on the back. I almost am hesitant to actually color this because I feel like I am soiling the amazing quality of this book. But then on the other hand, I just want to go crazy and just kind of like sink into this when I'm listening to an audiobook. I follow a lot of different Russian specific Twitter accounts, and I don't remember who I saw post this, but when I did, I just immediately was like, I need this. And then my amazing husband decided to pick it up for me after he saw me tweet about that. So those were all of my bookish birthday gifts. I got really spoiled, and the nice thing is that I'm definitely going to use all of these things. I'm absolutely going to read the books, I'm absolutely going to use the mug and the bookmarks and the bag. Despite the few tchotchkes that I have here on my bookshelf, I am more someone who likes things that I can use, and my friends and family know that, and they get me gifts accordingly, which is awesome. So if you own any of these things or would like to talk to me about them, specifically about the Russian coloring book, because I just want to talk about it forever, you can leave it in the comment section below. Also, if you'd like to get in touch with me, all the links to my social media profiles are in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will be my first nonfiction November wrap up. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.